Hello and welcome to today's stroll. Stay tuned and see how I call Juno to me without speech and how Juno gets dumped. Let's get started. On a walk, I like to just pause for a little while. I do this to check whether Juno is focused on me or whether she doesn't notice at all and is focused on the environmental stimuli. If she hadn't stopped shortly after me, I would have called her to me and demanded her attention. As soon as her thoughts were back with me, I would have offered her a game or another task that she would like to do. By doing so, I keep her in suspense. When she turned to me, although I didn't have to talk to her, I rotated slightly to the side and crouched down. For a dog, this is a body language invitation to come closer. Juno accepted this invitation. Something unusual happened at this point. A man with a German Shepherd came towards us, was seen briefly, and then quickly turned around and took a different route. When the two of them disappeared again, Juno's expression looked curious, but she was also acting a little hesitant. To give her a feeling of security and to make clear that preventing integrity of our group is my job and not hers, I let her wait a moment so I could check out the situation for her and call her when the coast was clear.
Komm.
But she doesn't miss the opportunity to sniff out who was here. This behavior might be motivated by territoriality or sexuality.
Was war das denn, hä? Genau.
I asked Juno to wait for me in front of the road so that we can cross it together. One of the most important rules for me on walks.
Ordentlich.
In the parking lot, she should walk on the less stimulated side, which means that there is a stimulus on the left side, a woman who Juno might want to greet, and she should therefore walk on my right side. As a car comes by, I ask Juno to sit down.
Warte. Ordentlich.
She's a little excited by the hustle and bustle in the parking lot and wants a little further away from me. She even wanted to break off the heel command on her own, which should not be tolerated. I decide that after a few more decent steps next to me, she can run free.
So ist gut. Okay.
Juno and the mixed breed dog sniff each other, and Juno seems to like this little guy.
Du kleine Maus.
But once again, she doesn't want to be sniffed in return. The brown dog then loses interest and leaves. Juno thinks about how to deal with the situation. The shaking and scratching are time-buying displacement actions, after which she decides to go back to the other dog. The second time they meet, Juno flirts a little, as you can see from the way her ears are pinned to the side and raised, her tail tip wagging quickly and the sniffing of the other dog's private parts. But unfortunately, the other dog is not having a go at her and leaves. Juno can't quite believe this, so she took her courage in both paws and went after him, just to get dumped again. This black dog has been there for a while before, which I unfortunately didn't film. He carries his frisbee in his mouth very happily and presents it to other dogs. This behavior is called imposing carrying, which means carrying something to impress somebody and showing other dogs that you yourself have a great resource but the other one hasn't. Then something very interesting happens. For all this time we've been here, Juno wasn't interested in this stick at all, but as soon as this dog came by, Juno held it demonstratively in her mouth. Unfortunately, I didn't film this, but you can see some of this behavior. Juno acted to the motto, "I also have something really great, you're not the only one." I found that quite interesting. That's it for today. See you on our next stroll. If you enjoyed this walk, feel free to leave me a thumbs up and give me your feedback. For more such content, feel free to follow my channel.